Bossy Podcast. I'm your host, T, and I can't believe I'm here today. I can't believe that I am recording a podcast. This is a God-given assignment. I had no intentions on being a podcast host, but here I am. And so I had originally had plans to get my makeup done, get my hair done, to record my first episode, but it just never worked out. And I had a thought well, this podcast is all about being real, being honest, being authentic. So why not show up as your real true self? No makeup, none of the glitz and glam, just show up naked essentially. So here I am, and I thought it'd be best for me to get on here and give my testimony, introduce myself to you guys so you can know who you're listening to and why you should listen to me. And I hope that I say something that will make you stick around to join me on this journey, and that we will grow together and learn together what it's like to give God our full yes. So the call is costly. The Lord gave me the name of this podcast during prayer time. I was in the book of Luke, and He just downloaded the whole thing to me. And so this podcast is a safe space for young Christians like you and me to talk about what it really looks like to give God your full yes. No filters, no judgments, just real conversations about the ups, downs, and everything in between of walking in faith. I invite you guys to join me on this transformational journey. Together we'll navigate the tough stuff, celebrate the victories, and remind each other that answering the call may be costly, but it's worth it. And I want you guys to know that I am not a perfect person. And so this podcast is going to be us in real time walking this thing out with the Lord. Giving God your yes is hard. It's not easy. And so I want to be that friend that you can lean on, that you can tune into to help you stay encouraged when you want to go back into the world, when you want to go back to your old ways. We're going to do this thing in real time. Okay, so now that I got that out the way, my testimony. And you guys are getting my testimony. I have never told anybody my testimony, so it is real, raw, in the flesh. The Holy Spirit is going to really have to lead this thing. I have not rehearsed it. It just is what it is. And so here it is. So in 2017, I went through a heartbreak and a betrayal. It was bad. I know plenty of people have had their heart broken. I know plenty of people have been betrayed. But to the degree of what happened to me I felt like I was in the twilight zone, if I'm just being honest. And so that betrayal happened in 2017. I found myself in jail, y'all. In jail. Okay? I was mad and I did some stuff. Fighting, nothing too crazy. Just a little tussling, okay? In jail or whatever, had these crazy charges. And so I went to jail, got those charges. Okay, y'all. When the little fight happened in my house, in my front yard, do y'all know that the news station came? The news station came. It had me on the news. I was so menace to society. I could not believe what was happening. And that is also one of the reasons why I didn't want to be get on a platform and be somebody, because I was so afraid of my background and what I did being brought up and used against me. But it's the most pivotal part of my story and my testimony. So I gotta embrace it. I gotta be vulnerable about it with everybody. I think it's gonna set me free to even post this. But so the news station came. There was I was on the news, oh my God, crazy, about a fight. I just couldn't believe it. So I end up, God had his hand in it the whole time, even though it was a mess. God had his hand in it the whole time. I got those charges. I never saw a judge. I had a court date. I went to court, and somebody walked up to me and said, you can leave. It's taken care of. You can leave. I kid you not. I was handed some papers the next day saying, hey, charges dismissed, case closed, nothing. And I was so naive at the time that I didn't realize that was God. I looked at that situation, I got out of that because of people that I knew pulled some strings maybe, or the people who could um, prosecute me or not knew my family. Like, that's how I looked at it. But the whole time, it was the Lord. And so you would think after that somebody would pack their things up and be gone. No, I went back to that same exact situation, you guys, and literally 3 years later, well, the end of 2019, the same thing happened with the same people, 10 times worse. 10 times worse. And I was the talk of the town. Okay? I was the talk of the town. Like, I'm from a small town. Like, it was like the local TV show, what I was going through. So I was like, my life was just on display in front of everybody and what I was going through. It was so bad. And guess what? My foolish tail went to jail again. Okay? I went to jail again, y'all. And this time, God made me walk it out. He did. He did. He was still a little lenient on me with it, but he made me walk it out this time. I had to get a lawyer, and what I was accused of doing, I didn't even do. So I was really mad. I had to pay like $10,000 to a lawyer. And then so when that happened again, this time I did leave. I packed my things up. I moved 7 hours away, and so those charges were pending, and I couldn't get a job. Every time I would get a job, I would get fired because I had those charges pending on my background, and that was really tough for me. So I found myself robbing Peter to pay Paul and finessing and doing all the things to get by or whatever. And I only applied for a job, and they didn't do a background check, and it was a supervisor role. I stayed at that job 10 months. It was going good. It started kind of getting uncomfortable at the end. I could tell that God was getting ready to do something, but I didn't know what. And so I ended up leaving that job after 10 months. And for about 3 to 4 months, I had no job. Listen. Like, when stuff happened to me, it don't be little by little. It be big. And it be back to back. And it be it'd be a mess. It just be a mess. And so, no longer at the job. August, no longer at the job. August, this guy I was dating, that ended, like, out of nowhere. Then I totaled my car. All this happened within 2 weeks, y'all. So my severance package that I got from my job, I had to use that for a down payment on a new car and all of that. It was, I didn't know. So that is the moment that I really had to figure out, okay, who is this guy that I've been praying to? Who is this guy that my mama was making me get up every Sunday morning and go to Sunday school and go to Vacation Bible School and all these things? Who is this guy? Because I need him right now. I remember going to therapy and telling my therapist, I'm so mad at God. I'm so mad at him. Why would he let them do that to me? Why would he let me go through this? And I remember her saying to me, you think God told him to do that to you? And I was like, you know what, you're right, he didn't. But if he did, why did it happen though? Like, what's the reasoning? And so I had this immature thought process that, okay, that happened to me, Lord, so you finna prepare a table in front of my enemies. Like, that's what's about to happen. Then I happened like that. I kind of felt like my enemies was preparing a table in front of me, child. Okay. Anyway. So 3 months, no job. Now, my daughter went to school near my job. We live 45, almost an hour from my job. But I put her in the school by my job so I can make one trip. Drop her off at school, go to work. And so when I let go of that job, it was the middle of the school year, so I still had to keep going an hour every morning to drop her off at school. Mind you, I ain't had no job, so that's a lot of gas back and forth. So I would find myself sometimes just sitting in my car the whole day. And during that day, that's when I would just be opening my Bible and praying and watching videos and all the things. I kind of didn't tell this testimony in chronological order because between 2017 and 2019-20, like when all that was happening, I was living my best life. Okay, I was a poster boy child for a good time, for let's get drunk. Like if people wanted to get lit, they knew to come to where me and my friends was at. Okay, I was literally selling drinks out of my best friend's house at the time. Okay, we were selling drinks so bad that a local bar called in on us because we was taking a customer. So I had to go in front of a judge about that. Like, yeah, I just kept going in front of the judge. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, so when that betrayal happened, instead of me like sitting down healing somewhere, I did for a little while, but my healing was turn up to have a good time. Like, y'all lost. I'm outside. Like, that's what I thought healing was. But it's not, y'all. It's not. That just make things worse. It just put a band-aid on it. And so when I lost that job in 2022, right? No, I lost that job in 2023. And so when I would drop my baby off at school or whatever, I would just like sit in the car sometimes, go to the library sometimes, just read my Bible, study, pray, watch things. And that is when I would like, that is where God will really meet me at, in my car. In my car. And I would get on prayer calls and stuff. Like I went through my Snapchat memories the other day and I had made a Snapchat and said that I was on a prayer call tipsy. Okay. The Lord has really did a number on me, because why are you on a prayer call drunk? Like, and I just want to let somebody know, like, you don't gotta have it all together for the Lord to do something with you, for the Lord to meet you. Just keep trying, just keep showing up in your mess. Like, we all have came from some type of mess. Keep showing up. Have some grace on yourself. And for the people who already have gotten there, or you think that you've gotten there, have grace on the people around you that's trying to get there. And so anyway, that's where God will meet me at. Like, and that's why I really learned his character, like by reading the Bible and opening up and getting his word. And that's kind of why I figured out who he was. And he just started to do something in me. And I really would like pray to be healed and pray to be whole. And when I lost that job and I knew that I couldn't get another job because I knew I still had that charge pending, because so when this last time I went to jail, oh my God, I can't believe it's this last time I went to jail. It's crazy. So when I had got the charge the second time, the judge was just basically like, don't get in trouble for a year, we'll dismiss it or whatever, and it'll be off your record and all that. So that's what happened. So I had to go with a year with it still pending on my background until I completed a year of good behavior or whatever. And then I can get it expunged. So at the time that I left my job in August, I was also coming up on the year of good behavior. By December would have been my year of good behavior. Okay? So I lost the job. I'm like, okay, Lord, I done lost my job. I done totaled my car. What are we doing? And I remember getting out of my bed in the middle of the day. And I got down on my knees and I prayed and I said, well, since we starting over, since I have nothing, I don't have a car, I don't have a job, I ain't got no man, I don't got nothing. What are we doing? Because obviously we start from scratch. And I got on my knees and I prayed and I said, and I told the Lord what I wanted in the career. And I told the Lord what I wanted to happen in my life. And I laughed. I was laughing when I was praying. I'm like, I literally said to God, I know this sounds crazy. I know this sounds crazy. Like, the job I wanted, I knew that I didn't have the experience. I knew that I didn't have nothing required for the job that I wanted, but I just knew I wanted that kind of job. And yeah, and I stopped drinking as much. Like, I just prayed that he would like remove the desire to drink from me, and he did. There have been times where I did end up drinking again, like when I would get around people because I didn't want to be considered the lame one, but thank God for growth or whatever. And so between August and December, I had to depend on nobody but the Lord. Like, it was day by day. I don't know how I made it. I don't know how I made it. I don't know how the bills got paid. I don't know how I didn't get evicted. The Lord really, He really worked that thing out. So I applied for some jobs. Got hired at some jobs that I knew was not what I prayed for. This is not what I got on my knees and told the Lord that it's crazy, this is what I want, and I would turn those jobs down. Imagine having nothing and turning jobs down because it's not what you want. And I remember praying to God, like, I'm not being ungrateful. I need a job so bad. But like, I want to really walk in my purpose. Like, I really want to live the life that I want to live, and that job is not aligning. It's not aligning with what I want. Because I would have to find like babysitter, daycare, all of that. Like, it just, none of it aligned with what I prayed to God about. And so I remember I got a call in the parking lot at the library, reading my Bible. I got a call from a job that I applied to, and she was like, hey, I was supposed to call you. I'm so sorry, I forgot. Are you still interested? Yes. Like, I didn't even remember what I had applied to. Go to the interview, great. I go in the interview, and literally, y'all, everything that I got down on my knees and said that I wanted in a job, it's like the guy interviewing me went down my list. And I was in there in shock. And I got in my car after the interview. I'm like, Lord, either you let me know that you can do anything, like none of my prayers, like it's nothing too crazy for you. So if I don't get it, like, I'm just glad that I know that you heard me and that it's possible. But if I do get it, even better. Long story short, I ended up getting a job. I've been there for a year now. I just got celebrated my 1 year anniversary. And it is all the things, y'all. I went from 0 to 6 figures. I work from home. Like, I love my job. I'm not idolizing my job, but I love my job because I remember praying exactly for this job. But let's see. Because I'm not, the testimony is, because I left out a lot of stuff, but I have to not say too much about the people involved. Like, when God gives me the okay to like really go deep into what happened, I will. So I left out a lot of stuff. But in that betrayal, in that heartbreak, y'all, I had panic attacks for the first time. I was so ashamed. Like, I didn't like want to be around people, talk to people, because I thought that when they saw me, that's all they thought about. That's all they would want to talk about. So I kind of isolated myself. I had like self-esteem issues after that. Like, that, it really broke me down. Like, it broke me down. And it broke me down so bad. Like, I depended on my friends all the time for a lot. Like, and the person I was in a relationship with at the time, like, that's who I called whenever I needed something, whatever. Like, all my dependency was in my friends. And so when I went through that betrayal and that isolation and all of that, I had nobody but the Lord. I couldn't, pride wouldn't let me be all the way honest with my friends about how I was feeling. Because I even felt like I didn't know who to trust no more at that time, to be honest. So I had nobody but God. And He built me up all the way over. All the way over. And I know that my gift is the gift of exhortation, which means an encourager. Like, I'm in school to be a therapist. I graduate in May. And the fact that my gift is to be an encourager, and the fact that I believe that I'm such a good friend to be betrayed by a friend. Like, actually, I went through a betrayal by both my best friends. So I had my heart broke twice by both of my best friends. And so the devil really tried to attack me in friendships. I know that. I know, like, he tried to attack me in friendships to keep me from being right here in front of you guys today, to encourage you guys or to talk about what happened. And I kind of feel like I'm not really doing y'all no justice, because I'm not going to the nitty gritty of the whole situation. But I will. I know that I will, probably like in a more intimate setting, off camera, like, because I plan on like doing retreats and stuff and having like a private community for listeners. And so I will go into detail eventually, but for the sake of this being the first podcast episode and going on YouTube, I'm not. But y'all, depression, anxiety, shame, drunk, high, fornication, all the things, acting out, doing things out of hurt, doing things out of revenge and payback. I was a mess. And I just thank God that I didn't die in my mess. I didn't stay in my mess. I thank God that when I wasn't good to myself, He was still good to me. I thank God that He had His hand on me the whole time, even though I didn't realize it. And that thing off, so I don't even know if I'm recording. But yeah, and so here I am. When I didn't have that job for the 3 months, y'all, I was volunteering at a homeless shelter. I was delivering meals to old people. Like, I just was serving the whole entire time. I had nothing. I was serving with my time. I didn't have nothing. And God really blessed me. He really blessed me. And I remember praying in my prayer closet one time, like, I need to feel your presence. I need to know that you're here. And I remember feeling a pressing on my shoulder. And when I had that encounter with the Lord, I knew then, like, he cool. He cool. He is cool. He is here and he loved me. And I'm going to show him my loyalty by loving him back. And I have slipped sometimes. I really had just got drunk, y'all, in September. And I felt so bad. I was so convicted. The devil tried to condemn me about it. And I just was, I think that was my first time of true, heartfelt repentance. And when I repent and I was in prayer, I remember the Lord just telling me, like, you got to make a decision. Like, this is a decision. Like, either you're going to go back into the world or you're going to be over here with me. And I made the decision to be over here with him, to answer the call. And here I am, free, saved, happy, blessed, loved, full of joy. And I'm just excited to walk it out with you guys. Okay? And so that's it for now. I pray what I said makes sense. I kind of rambled, but it is what